Hello players and welcome to Startrek Online. My name is Zeus50 with the Roman Armada gaming community. Today I'm going to go over some of the basics of Star Trek Online. First, let's start off with this bar here. Up here, this is your experience bar. This bar, if you click on it, shows you your captain's levels from Starfleet Ensign to your first bridge officer to level 50. You can access this bar anytime by clicking up here on this bar at any time. Also, you can check out your commendations here to see what commendations you have or have not completed here in this list. Secondly, over here you have your clock. This clock is set to your system's in-game time. It's one of the beautiful benefits. Over here you have what system you're in. It's Sol System number 9. Over here you have your depart system. Also, when you're on the ground, this button will also say beam up, so you can beam in and out of maps. Over here is your transwarp button, where you'll be able to have your transwarp destinations to beam to. Over here is your scan area button, where your ship will scan the area for anomalies. Over here is your button to hail Starfleet, so when you turn in a mission, you can hail Starfleet, go to in progress, and you can turn in your primary missions. You can also access the Foundry here. You can also look at the available missions that you can do here. All the missions you can do are here. You can also look at Starfleet info for missions you've done in the past. You go back up here, you can look at the episodes and featured episodes for all of the previous mission content you've done. So if you want to do more missions or replay a mission you've done before to get another reward, you can do it here. Everything is very detailed and it's very good. The featured episodes are also tied into this area to do your missions. You can also go here to get an overview of everything for PvE, PvP, today's calendar events. It's all very nicely and very well designed in this very friendly UI interface. You can also go forward through the UI interface by pressing this arrow here. You can look at your accolades. All the accolades are divided, so you can either look at the ones you're doing in progress. Here, if I switch here, you can see all the accolades that I've gotten. All these accolades here are accolades I've gotten for my character. Right now, the accolade system does not really reward much, I'm sorry to say, at this time, but I'm sure that our wonderful developers are working hard, and you can expect something soon on this, because I would really like them to give us something to do with the points and all the accolade events. Over here you have your captain's log. You can actually go here and look at all your communications and whatnot. You can even add a supplemental entry to any of your missions that you've done. All the missions in game, from the first mission, to your latest mission. So remember that when you're playing the game. Also, over here, you have your character status menu, which also opens up your inventory. This menu shows you everything about your character. You want more detail about your character? Click on your character's name, and it'll bring up your character's stats. Progress, your character's stats, your character's passives, your character's ground abilities, your character's space abilities, and your biography. You can also edit the record at any time, but remember, it costs to edit the record. If you want to change something, your name, those things costs. But as you see here, your name can only be changed by the character selection from a microtransaction in the Cryptic store, because I guess it just wouldn't make sense to allow a person to change their name all willy-nilly. You can also train your officer in different abilities, and he can pick up different skills. So these are skills you can pick up for your own officer. Ground and space. I prefer space abilities, although I've been told I'm very well suited to the ground. All of your bridge officers' abilities and their stats and everything is listed throughout the list as well. Another thing you might want to pay attention to is your skills. When you level up, look at this. This is your skills list. These are your stations to see who your bridge officers are, and this is for your reputation system. As you can see, I'm kind of not too big on the whole reputation system. I believe it takes away from the overall. I believe it takes away from the overall gloriousness of the game. I believe that that's a system that they should really relook at. Also under here, as I said before, this is your inventory. All of your loot and object drops and whatnot are in your inventory. Anything you pick up as ground loot is also selected in your inventory. Go to your assets. You could also look at your assets to look at your fleet credits, your dilithium, your gold, reputation marks, energy credits. It's all there. The next system is your mailbox. You can read any mail here that is available at that time. The next menu, you have your social tab. This, you can find a team, you can find a fleet, you can edit your team settings, you can view your friends online, you can view people on your ignore list, and you can also search. You can drop down this menu if you want to specifically search for someone. Remember that it's hidden, so you can hide it or you can pop it down. But if you close the menu and open it back up, it'll still have to pop it back down, which is a nifty little feature. So remember that if you're looking for someone. Over here you have your options. With the rearrange HUD option, obviously, you can rearrange your HUD. You can move the windows, you can move them to suit your level, or your you can move them to your tastes. Okay, and then when you're done, you just hit escape to return you to the game with your settings already saved. Next, you have your options. This is self-explanatory. These are the options. A lot of people ask me, well, how do I get my character to walk? You go to keybinds, you look for ground, you go to walk, as you see here, and you can select the key. As they tell you here, you can just press a key. For me, it's Alt, and you hit just this. That way, while you're holding W to walk, holding W to run, you just hold down left Alt, and your character will start walking. So it's also good for role players who like to do that as well. Also, help and support. What's new in season 7 is at the top. Every time there's a new season release, you can come here and find out specifically what's new, because they list it here, what's new in the in this event. You can also go to the last season and look, because they've kept it. So that way, I think that they might want to update keeping a list of all the seasons, or have some scrolling list that shows you everything in a nice little menu. So that's something that's very nice as well. Also down here in the more section, you have the dilithium exchange, you have the research and development for those crafters, you have the PvE queue for you to be able to join and view the available PvP matches. Excuse me. Here you can visit your starship's bridge. Here you can visit your starship's shuttle bridge. Here you can see the game's bulletins and in-game announcements. Here you can change your notification settings. Here, if you have Winamp or iTunes, you can change your game settings, and you can actually listen to music while you're in game. I'm a fan of Tina Turner, so I like to jam out to Tina Turner while I'm gaming. It helps me focus. And then if you're interested, you can view a list of all the lovely people that helped develop the game with all their lovely contributions. Also, they do pay homage to all the people that helped make the game what it is today. If we go over here, you can check out your fleet icon by clicking on the Your Fleet icon. If you contribute to your fleet, as you can see, our fleet is small, but we're growing. You click on the Holdings tab. Currently, we're asking all players to help upgrade and donate dilithium, because dilithium is needed for that. Also, don't forget about the embassy projects, because that's something you can do as well. Here you can view news, events, the roster, fleet information, fleet settings, uniforms. You can view all that there. You can also over here look at the PvE queues for all of the different events that are going on. You can join an existing event, and if you have a 5-man team, you can create a private event and take your team in there as well. Over here, you have your duty officer system for all of the duty officer events. You can go ahead and be that proud diplomat that we all know you are, and you can send out your duty officers to resolve those difficult task of keeping the galaxy a civilized place by sending your officers out there, as you see what I'm doing now. I'm sending my officers out there to keep the galaxy a more civilized place and promote Federation values of peace, friendship, and cooperation. You can scan for samples. You have engineering, exploration, colonial trade, development, and there are all types of missions. You can also come here and you can see what kind of assignments you can find. Like I have 11 open slots. I have 9 in progress and 0 complete. My next mission will complete in 51 seconds. I, right now, can't have any more duty officers because I have a full complement of duty officers. 21 of them are on assignment. 5 are in space, 3 are on the ground, none are in sickbay. That's a good thing. So here you can see all the different types of missions that you can get. Like right now, I'm currently working on it. I'm working on it as quick as I can. Here you can request duty officers from Starfleet. You can pay for them by going into the Zen store. If I wanted to increase my roster slot, I would pay $725 and increase the slot. But currently, I don't think that I'm going to pay. And as you can tell, I don't have that kind of coin to just throw around. Here you can look at your department heads. This is supposed to be another feature, and in future versions of the game, hopefully, they'll expand this, and you can offer specific assignments based on your duty officer, and you can go back at any time to your department head channel, and each of them offers you different assignments. Each department has something different that goes with their speciality, so you can see what it is that they do, and some of them even offer special rewards that you can get for completing an episode chain with them. As you can see here, you have logs and chains as well, and you can look at a list of your assignment logs here. So anything that you've done in the past, as you can see, I've failed a few, but it's it'll do well for you in the past. Next, you have the dilithium store, which you can purchase weapons and whatnot that cost dilithium. Then you have the C store, which is Cryptic's own personal store. So you have a lot of items in there that you can get your hands on. Also, for those of you that aren't aware, your crew indicator status is down here. It says here how many crew you have and what is your crew repair rate. That's per minute. Your ship's name. Here you can look at your ship's stats. You can click here to balance your shields if you're in battle, and your ship's energy will be restored. You can also right-click on your weapons. Left-click, excuse me. You can left-click, and you can set your weapons to auto-fire or non-auto-fire by just, I think it's left-click or right-click. Don't quote me on that. I'm not totally sure, but you can test it out for yourself. The next thing we have here is all of your different abilities and whatnot. You can also go in the chat. For those of you interested in those emotes, you click on this little icon here that says chat configuration and social shortcuts, and you can look at your emotes, and all your emotes are listed here. So you make sure that you check that out. You can also look and see which one of your friends are online if you don't want to go to the friends menu, which is in a very slender menu here. You can also see any kind of buffs in space or stats or debuffs you have. They'll be shown here, but this will expand. Any kind of ship damage you take will be expanded there. You can also see your presets for attack, defense, speed, and balance. Usually, if you're in battle, you want to kind of play with the settings to see what works for you. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. Once again, my name is Zeus Sampson. You can check me out with the TGS Gaming Society, and we're part of the Roman Armada, so check us out. If you have any more questions, please post them in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video, and have a great day.